Hey there, friends. Welcome to our go-to spot where we break down digital marketing into bite-sized, actionable pieces, especially for you in the moving industry. Today, we're diving into something super cool, yet often overlooked, and that's location pages and the SEO magic that they provide. So let's get into it. So picture this. A potential client types best movers in Boston into Google. And we want your business to be the first thing they see, right? Well, that's where a location page comes in. These aren't just web pages, they are your digital anchor in each community that you serve. So, why are location pages the MVPs for your local SEO? They're like friendly neighborhood billboards telling search engines, hey, we're right here in Boston. It's about being seen in those local searches that matter. Let's talk about crafting these pages. It's not just about changing the city name on a standard template. Each location page should be a unique shout out to that community. Mention local landmarks, some events, specific quirks about the area, resources like libraries and schools and Chamber of Commerce and, special places that might relate to the kind of moving resources that would help somebody. Include their zip code in case possibly a zip code might be used in their search. So it's really about saying, we're not just a moving company, we're part of your community. Here's some things that I see work. First, you want to make sure you sprinkle in testimonials from locals. Maybe a story or two about moves that you've done in that specific area and mention that location. That could be kind of a community, it could be a township, it could be a specific location, anything that kind of authentically points out that you know the area. Because, honestly, this stuff is just gold. I would absolutely incorporate your own photos as much as possible, some specific locality photos that people would recognize and maybe isn't something you would find in a large, stock photo, like landscapes or big cityscapes, that kind of thing. Make it as real and as authentic as possible. So another quick little pro tip, keep your contact information consistent across all of the pages. It's kind of a small thing, but hey, SEO, every little bit helps. Make sure that these pages are easy to find from your main menu, and as usual, it should be user friendly. To kind of wrap this part up, location pages are essentially your secret weapon for winning over local markets. They boost your SEO, yes, but more importantly, they kind of build a bridge between your business and your local community, and that, my friends, is priceless. So now I want to break down how to craft an effective location page. It's not just about slapping a new city name on the same content. So what I tend to see a lot is location pages that truly are just a duplicate, and all they've done is change out the city or the town and really nothing else. When it comes to Google and what they're looking for, I mean, first and foremost, it's helpful content. That's what they want to see. Things that are going to help your audience do what they need to do. And in your case, it's moving. People that are relocating their lives. So how can a location page be helpful to them? It's really about creating unique, rich, local specific keywords tailored to the community that you're serving. So this is why you're going to have a much more effective location if you actually know these little townships. I'm in Texas. We have kind of planned communities. There's lots of them. So there's Greatwood, First Colony, New Territory. You don't know that unless you live in the area. Same thing in the middle of Houston. There's Bel Air. You know Bel Air is kind of the high-end part of Houston, but you know that location and you know the name. And if you use pages like that, it just kind of accentuates the fact that you are truly local. And especially if you have your own photos, I would say go around, take some pictures. You want to mention landmarks. I would absolutely have some local events, anything that connects your service to that location. And honestly, it helps with SEO, but also it resonates a little bit more with your local clients. And I think, like I mentioned earlier, you want to include testimonials from local customers. I would for sure have local case studies. So I do work with somebody that we build websites and marketing plans for remodeling companies. And we tend to have feature projects. So before and afters are really, really great, but it's actually a specific location. And we create a post about that. I would say for the moving industry, do something very similar. You might have a very special house, maybe an apartment that came from the top floor and you had to get it to the down floor in a specific location of Boston. You kind of want to have a bit of a story about that moving experience, maybe that something interesting happened, and you'd be surprised. You think what you do is boring, but from a client's perspective, it's really great to see that story of how you were able to move a 3-bedroom apartment on the 10th floor out. And I would say that's a really great content to share. Then sharing that location and that story about that location on your social media pages. Remember, your goal here is we're not looking to just rank well, but also to connect and build trust and authority with your local audience. Don't forget, make each location page easy to navigate. I'm going to keep saying this because you don't want to hide these things from your homepage or your service page. Ensure your business name, your address, your phone number are all consistent across the pages. Consistency is going to be key here. And like I said, you don't want to create a location page, just duplicate it and then just change out the name. You want to make sure that the look is consistent, the layout is consistent. Maybe you have a section for the resources, you have a section for a particular interesting events that are happening. But it's easy on the eye to be able to find exactly what I need to see if I know that each location page has kind of the same layout. Now, to sum this up, location pages are a must-have for any moving company. I would say not just for an SEO perspective, but again, I keep saying this to dominate that local search, but also to connect it with the community. It will improve your SEO. It will connect you with local communities. And ultimately, I say they bring more business to your door. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Keep tuning in for more down-to-earth, practical digital marketing tips tailor-made for your moving business. Until next time, keep moving and shaking. I hope to see you next time. Be sure to visit movingmarketingresults.com to download the latest checklist. I do continually go in there and update that. I have recently had a webinar on website and ensuring that it helps convert visitors. So there's tons of stuff on my website. Please go back, check it out, and let me know if I can help you if you go to schedule some time with me, and we'll have a brief conversation. In the meantime, have a great day, and I'll see you next time.